breeze behind her. She may go deep, and this could be their first score for the game. Bit of a torpedo. Goes inside 50. Palm down. Rove by the Irish. Snap over the shoulder, and a goal! The Irish first on the board.
Beckdahl, special comments.
Oh, look, that's been really tight in the first few minutes, hasn't it? No one's really been able to get a clear possession, but great goal there to start for Ireland.
Just so you, that wasn't just a moment's time, was their centre half forward who managed to snap that one through and give the early lead of 1 straight 6 to no score.
Get the feeling the breeze is going to play a little bit in this game.
As the ball is back in the middle of the ground, umpire throws it up and we're underway again. Good tap forward, just straight down the throat there of Trenor. Got caught straight away and the umpire calls for a ball up. That goal, I should say, was kicked earlier by the 36 from Ireland, which was McCutcheon. As the ball's in the middle of the ground, Kasanak tried to lay on a tackle. Ball spilled free towards the outer side. Donnelly running after the football. Got on her hammer chasing after her was Maggie On. Did well. Managed to hold it up and force the Irish back. Now Donnelly's put on the right boot. Too much on the kick. Good mark taken. And they'll go for the switch of play. Coming out towards the wing position. Broadcast side. Shearer's waiting on the outside. Goes to pick it up. They call her Sonic. Got a little hand pass away. Shearer. Kasanak. Shearer goes again. She's caught in the traffic jam. McCutcheon comes after the football as well for the Irish. Hurry kick away off defence. Going towards the half forward flank. Awkward bouncing ball. Drakersey is going after it. She gets bumped off the hill. Fighting, scrapping her close to the boundary line. Out of bounds. Gillespie going with her. Will have a throw in. 1 goal lead to Ireland. Early stages first quarter.
So boundary umpire throws it in straight in front of the commentary box here. Good contest there from the Irish. Well roved as well. Picked up. Can't quite get boot to ball. Thrown to the ground. It's the Irish and the USA who are fighting it out. The Irish pick up the ball. Kick it inside their 50. Great defence there from the USA Freedom. But the umpires paid a free kick there to the Irish. Whilst I said it was good defence, I think it was over the shoulder they paid that for. So Ireland have the ball. It's Connolly who will take the kick just inside 50. Great drop punt. That's going to go close. That's gone all the way. That's home. The Irish, 2 on the board. Great start.
Beckdahl on special comments. I don't think the Americans have got inside their forward 50 yet.
No, well, they haven't. It's been all Ireland at this stage, so great start for them.
Here on the YouTube stream of the AFL International Cup. Game 2 of Pool B. Earlier in the pool, Papua New Guinea putting away the European Crusaders. Top 2, of course, go through to the semi-final stage. And the aim to get to Etihad Stadium in a couple of weeks' time for the grand final. Kasanak, punch forward by Trenor, gained about 20 metres. Katie Clack goes in. Will she go and pick up the football? Beaten out to it by Breen. Holds it up. Umpire blows the whistle and calls for a ball up. Katie, of course, moved across to Melbourne in August last year and spent the summer with the Victorian Women's Football Academy and plays for Melbourne University in the VFL Women's Competition. Her kick away there by Geraghty. Went inside 50 with the kick. Bumbling, wobbly football there. Under pressure, the back line, including Lindsay Kasanak, who managed to work it out wide. Was going through Blecker, who moved it up the line. Tried to get it towards centre wing. This is where they're stalling at the moment, the USA. Stacks in the middle. Throw a handkerchief over half a dozen. Umpire still calling play on, allowing them to try and work it out. Haley Kasanak was in there momentarily, but the Irish now have a running play. McCutcheon goes inside 50 with a kick. It's a high pie floater. 2-on-2. Ball hit the ground. Big bump laid on there, courtesy of Geraghty. The USA come out. They go out of defence. A little bit of pushing and shoving by Sarah Maggie-On going after the football. Got to Hallie Kastanak, who went up the line. Long kick, had to be good. It was. Mark taken. I think that's Brett Brown that's come out a long way from home. From San Francisco, works around on the right boot now, goes towards the centre half forward position. The Irish holding the line though, and a good mark taken to relieve the pressure by Clara Fitzpatrick, who's been playing this winter for Diamond Creek.
Common name Fitzpatrick, that in Ireland, so they head back through the middle of the ground. Ball's on the ground. It's the Irish again with pace and skill inside their forward 50. Great mark there from Linda Connolly again. She's going to have another shot for goal. She's been prominent early up forward, playing in the front position. So Linda Connolly, she's already kicked one this quarter. Will have a shot from around 40 metres out. Goes back, kicks, and she's kicked a third. So the Irish off to a flyer here, Beck, and Yeah, very fast, the Irish.
They are, and they're really controlling it in their front end. But I'm so impressed with the marking and the possession from both teams. There's been some great marks already.
Yeah, definitely, Beck. Out of the 4 games so far, needless to say, this has been the cleanest skill-wise early on.
Absolutely.
As the ball is being brought back to the middle. Change of players. Shearer coming off. It's ball McHale coming on. McHale from the New York Magpies. As the umpire has the ball back in the middle of the ground and throw it up and be underway once again. High in the air it goes. Getting the fist to it is Clara Fitzpatrick. Managed to move the football forward. Clatt was circling around. Her teammate there, and Emily Reel got a little dribble kick forward. In goes Hayley Castanek. Under pressure there, Clara Donnelly. Donnelly managed to get the kick away. 1-2 bounces, but intercepted by Katie Clatt. Clatt got on the left boot and went to space. It's a foot race on now towards the half-forward flank for the Irish. Going in to try and pick up the ball a little awkwardly there was Carol Breen. Got knocked over, but got a kick away. Got up the line. Chasing after it now is Ainsley Gillespie. Managed to move it on. Drake Assis comes in and lays a tackle. Umpire said the player did not have the ball. And it will be a free kick going the way of Ireland. The Banshees will be having a shot for goal from about 45 metres out. And Ainsley Gillespie from the Ulster Kookaburras wants to have a shot on a 45-degree angle. Coming right behind her. Great view. And her kick, though, ain't that great. It's out of bounds on the full.
So it will be the USA Freedom with the ball deep inside the back pocket. I think it is Paige Kecker who has the ball. Stiff breeze to go against. She kicks it high and straight to the Irish. So that is Carol Breen who's marked that just outside 50. She goes inside, doesn't hit a target unfortunately. Connolly, I think it was, got a quick handball out, snapped by the Irish for her behind, and USA Freedom under the pump, Beck.
Oh, absolutely. Ireland are just controlling this game.
As we wait for the ball to be brought back into play, Bevan English from the Iron Maidens, who are the reigning Division 1 champions in the USAFL.
And possibly the best football name I've ever heard.
Kicks the ball back into play. Getting the punch from behind to bring it to ground was Kika. In goes Katie Clatt, has it. Hurriedly put it on the right boot while under pressure. Off half-back, Hayley Castanak, the captain. Kicks it now and towards the middle of the ground. Mark taken there by Oha. Oha got her on the right boot, going the half-forward flank, let her down. No target to go to. Estrada goes chasing after the player, but it's kicked away by the Irish. Long towards the wing position, outer side of the ground. Going to pick it up. Lindsay Castanek now goes long up the line, straight through the hands there of Jessica Estrada, who went back after the football. But the Irish once again with the opportunity on the wing, far side of the ground, having to weave her way through traffic. Colleen Quinn, only for it to be intercepted. Kicker now goes back from whence it came towards half forward. Estrada had slipped over at the crucial moment. Her opponent taking the mark. And back there for the Irish and getting the hurry kick away is Sandra Ryan, who goes long up the line and managing to find Gillan Behan, who normally plays for the UTS Shamrocks in Sydney, going now to try and find McCutcheon. And the umpire said, no, you've got to come back behind the mark, reset yourself, and we'll go again.
So it's Ireland on the Royal Parade Wing. I'm naming it. That's the new terminology, Royal Parade Wing. Again, a strong breeze behind them. So the Irish with the majority of the play. They head down the wing. Kick doesn't find the target. On the ground now, the Irish have picked up good skills. They've been good with this. Good quick kick inside to a 50-50 contest, but it's the USA Freedom who mop it up across the half-back line. They've been under the pump. They surge it back through onto the wing. Doesn't hit a target, but a great pick up there across the half-back line. So the USA Freedom on their wing now, trying to pick up the ball. Good handball up. They now head towards their half-forward flank. It's a 50-50 contest, but the Irish have the numbers back on the half-back line. They kick the ball back towards the wing. The Breeze will take it towards the boundary line, and it will be a throw-in. No, it won't. It's still in. Still in. Sorry, the USA Freedom. Pick it up, kick it down the line, and it's the Irish again who have been very solid across the half-back line.
That was Melissa Armstrong earlier with a kick, who came back from injury that she did during the USAFL Nationals when she played for San Francisco, now playing for the Arizona Hawks, as trying to run over the top of the football. Oha, plenty of numbers here for the Irish as they try to move it forward. A good pressure from behind. Clara Fitzpatrick went in again, up against the boundary line. Hurry kick away by Jessica Blecker. Managed to get it inboard, flying through the air, waiting for it to come out the back. Oha, she had it, then she went without the pill. Going once again is McGee for the Irish. Close towards the boundary line, it will go over and out of play. Talking about great nicknames in America, there's obviously the Portland Sockeyes, which is a fish, and they once actually teamed up because they didn't have enough numbers with the Minnesota Freeze, and they used the nickname Frozen Fish.
Well, on Chicks Talking Footy, we adopted the Sockeyes this year as our team, so we're big fans of those.
So it's the USA Freedom with a rare forward entry here. As a ball dribbles towards the line, the Irish mop it up, handball back. Nice little kick on the left foot there. Umpire says throw it in as the breeze takes it over the line. There's been a lot of play over the far side, the Royal Parade end, with the strong breeze towards that side of the ground. So the boundary umpire will throw it in just above the 50-metre arc for the USA Freedom. So a good ruck contest here. Irish palm it forward. Can't quite get a clean possession. Bit of a pack forms. Ball spills loose. The Irish again are first there. USA Freedom quick to jump on it. Ball spills free now. USA Freedom can't quite get the ball to foot to get a clear kick. It's been scrambly. They get it out now. They've got some numbers, USA Freedom. They've got some time and space now. They work it back. They work it back towards their wing. And almost too far back, but it's a good little kick back towards the half-forward line to a 50-50 contest. Ball's on the ground. The Irish have the numbers there from the green jumpers by the looks of it, but the umpire will say, nope, that's mine, and he balls it up.
So we're about 65 metres out from the USA goal. They trail at the moment by 18 points. Ireland, 3 straight 18, yet to score. The USA Freedom try to get a hurry kick out of the contest. Carly Smolak, ball working out wide. Sarah Maggie on wants to try and pick up the football. She got brought to ground, swinging around and got dumped. Then is Quinn. Got the kick forward now. The umpire bring it back or pay upfield? No, he's going to bring the football back. So they'll reset again. The Irish at halfback with McQuinn from the Ulster Kookaburras. Will be looking to stay, as you said, on the Royal Parade side of the ground. Looking further up the line, or will she go for the switch? We haven't seen much of that today, have we? Anyone going for what we call the traditional C-shaped switch, going backwards and around. Most of them all just going up the line or trying to take it on through the corridor. Klatt intercepts. She goes for a hurry kick. Her captain, Ali Kastanek, is there. Gets knocked away from her. Hurry kick away by Smolak. Is smothered. The Irish again off the back line with a high, long kick going up the line. Excellent punch from behind, but McCutcheon is going after the football. She's got it. She tries to get around with one arm behind her back. Put on the right boot. Didn't gain too many metres, but got it back courtesy of her teammate Murati. Now goes in towards the middle of the ground. Awkward bouncing football. 2 Irish players collide, including Breen, who got upended. Going in there is Magan. Trying to get the football out. It was taken away there by Natasha Wolf. She was stripped of the football. In goes Katie Klatt. Ridden into the ground there by Magan, and the umpire says that's in the back. Free kick, Katie Klatt.
So Katie has the ball in the defensive 50, middle of the ground. What will she do? She goes directly down the middle of the ground and finds the Irish opponent there. So great mark, back with the flight of the ball. So the Irish have the ball in the middle of the ground. Strong breeze behind them, just a little short kick there, and great mark there to Fitzpatrick. It's been lively early, so Fitzpatrick sends it deep inside the 50. Donnelly will be there. It's a 2-on-1. Irish rove it. No, they don't. It's the Freedom. Get the handball out. Oh, great little kick there. Bit of Gaelic football heritage, I reckon, coming through there. The Irish still inside their forward 50. Good handball out. Good little short kick. Donnelly can't quite mark it. And the USA Freedom clear with a long, high ball towards the boundary line. Still alive. So here we go. The Irish, they regroup. Can they get it forward? They go again. Another inside 50. Short kick. Off hands. Play it on. Ball spills free. Who's first there? The Irish at the bottom of the pack. She gets the handball out. Well done. Good pressure there from both teams. The Irish have got possession. They go inside 50. High ball. Donnelly. Spoiled. 2-on-1 contest, and it's the USA Freedom to mop it up. Kick it wide, but it's only the Irish there. There's no one around her. She's got time. Can she get it back in? She does. No, not quite a mark. The Irish are peppering here. They're getting close. Here we go. Shot on goal from the Irish. And it's just the USA Freedom on the last line of defence. Over to you, Pete.
Flannery's kick did fall short and taken away by Kim Hemingway, who pumps it in long and trying to line to Estrada, who drops the football at the crucial moment while under pressure. Alison Bremner went in there, tried to feed it out there to Emily Reel, who got dispossessed of the football. Fighting in hard is Russell. Umpire pulls out a free kick and signals it is going the way of the Irish. And Russell with the football. She finds herself probably about 65, 70 metres out from home, heading towards the city end of the ground, going in short, hitting up the target there, and Gillian Behan. Behan has been having a great season for the Shamrocks in the AFL Sydney Women's Premier Division. Just looks ahead, wants someone to present to her. May go short towards the hot spot. Had to be good. 1-2 birds with a cherry. And it's Christine McCutcheon who takes the mark, her Shamrocks teammate. So a shot on goal from about 45 metres out. Slight angle. See if she gets the distance. Crooked run up, but it works out okay. Bit of distance on the kick. And the goal square. A quick hurried snap there by Magan was intercepted. A quite little kick off the shins. And then getting it clear was Blecker. And it went over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full. So an opportunity in the pocket there, Xavier, for Gillian Behan.
So Behan, tough angle. Strong breeze. She'll have to open it up, I'd say. Play on here, or she might. Yeah, no, she tries to centre the ball. Can't quite find a target. So the Irish still have possession of it, though. Quick snap, high ball. There's numbers there from the Freedom, but I think that is a behind. And USA Freedom backline under the pump, Beck.
Oh, Ireland are really controlling this game. The USA don't seem to be able to get a clean passage of play anywhere.
So there's the hooter to sound for quarter time. 3-1-19 Ireland, USA no score. And I guess frustrations there, because I reckon if you look at the inside 50 count, I'm giving it something like about a dozen, 12-1.
Yeah, I think that's probably about right.
So at the moment they find themselves on the back foot, the USA. The thing is they're getting a lot of possession across half back, aren't they, Xavier? But they're just not finding any way through the wing, or when they do get it there, to hit their targets at half forward to try and create some pressure on the Irish. The Irish line holding true.
Yeah, no, they struggled to get it past their half forward line, unfortunately, in the Freedom. But it should be a different story this quarter. I think that breeze is definitely going to play a factor in this game.
Going to go down to the huddles very shortly. We should remind everyone at home to follow AFL IC17 throughout the 2 weeks. There is the hashtag AFL IC17. You use that on Twitter. You can keep up to date with all the news, particularly also on the Twitter account at AFL INT Cup. That is the official Twitter account, so it's international just shortened to INT. AFL INT Cup, or search AFL International Cup on Facebook for all the photos, videos, and all of that going along, because coming up, we've got the schools round on Wednesday. Then we follow that up with the community round next Saturday for men, Sunday for women. Tuesday, we're back here at Royal Park. That's Tuesday week. Friday week, we've got the minor placings, and of course, they're looking forward to, Beck, Saturday in 2 weeks' time, the men's grand final at the MCG, the women's grand final at Etihad Stadium.
I mean, which is just wonderful. Our AFLW girls still haven't had an opportunity to play on Etihad, so pretty special for some of these girls to be able to have that.
And we might just get the coaches in just a moment's time, but we might just get your thoughts, Xavier, on some of the players that you think are performing well in the first term.
Yeah, definitely for the Irish. I like Connolly up forward. She's been lively. She's kicked 2 goals according to my record. So Linda Connolly from the Wandsworth Demons, I think it is. So she's been good. I think McGinn as well up forward from the Ulster Kookaburras is one to watch. Keep your eye on. For the Freedom, USA Freedom, well, they've been under the pump across the half-back line. I think Paige Kecker was quite good under pressure. And
I think Lindsay Castanak, their ruck, was really good too. She came off the field and looked absolutely knackered, so she's playing a tough game.
So we're just down with the Irish huddle here.
Terrific start. Had the breeze though. That's easily a 3-goal breeze, right? Easily. Okay. So terrific work, Sam. Solid and back. Fantastic. Great stuff. Give her a clap. Give her a clap. Clara, fantastic in the ruck. You're doing everything right. All right. Carol on the wing. Really good. Strong. See, is that working, the wings? You see how that's working well for us, right? Really good. Really, really good. Okay. So I was thinking about putting a loose man in fence, but I'm not going to do it. The wings died out, right? But Clutchy, where are you? Yeah. Right. I want you to make a call. If you feel that you need So, if it goes, make a decision and go loose in defence if you feel they're getting on top, right? But I want to go strong. We get the next couple of goals and we're well in, right? Well in. That's what we're looking for. So attack on the ball, we're killing them. Absolutely destroying them, and that's why we're winning this game. We want the ball more than they do. Continue that on. the hard ball gets, we're winning every single one. So inside 50s, we've had 12-1, right? But that's with the breeze, right? So it's going to change. Be prepared. Backs really good, need to be a little bit tighter. Cass, you're off your mount a couple of times and too far forward. Don't let that come over your head, okay? Stronger.
Today's cook.
We in this, we're here to make a statement, or we're here just to pass the time. Okay, so we've got that moment right now. It's in front of us, it's fine. Okay, they did it, we've got to do it. You know?
Freedom on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, the USA coach there, we're here to make a statement, not just to pass the time. So,
Some big calls there,
Big
quarter
words.
time.
and the Irish coach said, you know, it was a 3-goal breeze, so that's definitely making a difference. But it's died off a bit now, so it'll be interesting to see whether that makes a difference at all.
We've got the stats first hand there, so 12 inside 50s to 1 for the Irish compared to the Americans. So interesting to see how that compares after the second quarter, though, with the USA. A 3-goal breeze in this second quarter. Pete's rejoined us in the commentary box.
I swear I'm going to break a leg jumping off this track all this day.
You'll end up with an injury, Pete, after the day.
Wouldn't be surprised. But, you know, at least I'll be able to say, oh, I got an injury at the football. What happened? Dropped out of the commentator's truck.
Had to have an ice bath.
Oh, there'll be some ice at the end, but it might be involving maybe a scotch or something like that.
It's not really ice bath weather, is it?
But it's still soothing nonetheless. But as you can see, as we heard just briefly, the Freedom just saying it's all ahead of them, isn't it? They've got the challenge now. They've got the breeze. They have to do something with it. If they don't by half-time, the game's gone. So they must make it happen this quarter.
Sun shining, beautiful day here. Start of the second quarter, Ireland v USA Freedom. And we're away. Second quarter, great contest. To kick it off, ball's on the ground. Who will get first hands? First possession of this quarter. It's the USA Freedom. Nearly, almost got a handball out, I think. 2 handballs out. Well done. So a good play there from the USA Freedom to clear it. They go to the Royal Parade side and the ball will dribble over. Umpire will throw it in. Not far, just off the USA Freedom half-forward line here. So boundary umpire with the ball now. Arches the back. Big high throw in. Good start to the quarter there from the USA Freedom. Big raking fist forward to try and knock it forward from the Freedom. They get it inside their 50, but it's the Irish with their hands on the ball. Good handball back. Kick goes high and wide, and that is out of bounds on the fall. So the USA Freedom will kick it back in just in front of the old Ransford Oval scoreboard. So outside of the 50 here, USA Freedom. Good opportunity to get it inside. They only had 1 inside 50 in that first quarter. They've got 1 already. And that kick, not quite where it needed to go, and it dribbles out. Again, boundary throw in. Beck, early thoughts at the start of this quarter?
Well, I think the Freedom would want to get an early score on the board, wouldn't they? Just to get a bit of momentum shifted their way.
Ball to be thrown back into play. The Rucks putting their hands up there in Fitzpatrick and Brower. Ball is thrown back into play. Brower wins the tap. Ball going towards the pocket. Going after it is Emma Kelly. Got a hurry kick away, only to be intercepted though. Katrina Shearer. Sonic gets onto it. Puts it towards the top of the square. Was looking for Estrada, but guess who's back there? The Melbourne AFLW footballer in Laura Ray. And she manages to go along with the kick. Spots up Flannery. Flannery with the football. Half-back flank broadcast side going up the line just at the feet there of Behan, who couldn't control it. Tackle laid on. Ball they cry. The umpire says, no thanks. I'll call for the ball up. Good tackle being laid on there by Emily Real of the Baltimore Washington Eagles. Umpire with the ball, 55 metres out from home. Kastanek wins with a double-fisted tap. Klatt wanted to try and get onto it. Getting the hands there. Morarity had it momentarily. Ball still at the half-back. Lurking around there for support is Breen. Ball can't pop to her. Attempted tackle laid on there, but the ball got away. Hurry kick up close towards the boundary line. Picking up the football and getting held there was the player in Trenor. Ball still on the deck. Armstrong goes in there. Great work by Lindsay Kastanek. Ball's on the ground. Big hit laid on. Down goes Breen. Ball spills free. Mulcahy had the football. Try to get a little kick around the corner under pressure from Estrada. Ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. In fact, it's a push in the back. and it will be a free kick. It's going the way of Alison Bremner from the Denver Bulldogs.
Yeah, she deserved that. Couple of great tackles there from Alison. Good little bit of play. Glad she's got the ball. Great little kick in too as well. Drop punt kick. Didn't quite hit the target, but it's pushing towards their goals. So it's a good contest there. And the umpire's paid a free kick to the USA Freedom. So it'll be Bretty Bauer.
Brett Brower, yep.
Who will take the free kick, and tough angle, but the breeze has dropped off here too, just slightly. So USA Freedom now with their first shot on goal from a free kick. Bauer it is. Ball in hand, doesn't quite get it through though. It's a behind, and great contest though there from the USA Freedom. All set up there from Alison Bremner. Great play here on the commentary side.
And I think the pressure from the USA's really stepped up a notch now too.
As we wait for the kick to come back into play from Duray. As we said, the AFLW Melbourne footballer plays for Diamond Creek in the VFL women's competition. And the kick is long towards centre half back. And opportunity here. Clara was circling around. Tackle was laid on by Clara Fitzpatrick. And we'll call for a ball up. Centre half forward here for the USA Freedom. Goes Hallie Kastanek, the captain, got it down to Cladish, snapped it quick on the left boot, went towards forward line. Brower coming afterwards. Duray read it best. Duray now under pressure here from Brower. Brower beat her out. Hand pass to Brower. Brower up against the boundary line. Flying shot at goal. It's away to the left. Minor score. 2 behinds the USA. Island 3-1-19. On special comments, Bick Dole from Chicks Talking Footy.
Well, they're still not quite hitting the big sticks between the middle, are they, the USA? But they're giving themselves more opportunities than they were in the first quarter.
Safe to say, Xavier, they look a lot more exciting this term and plenty of attack early.
Yeah, certainly do. They need to convert though. They've had much of the play. The majority of the play has been with them, so they need a goal out of this next one, I reckon. So the Irish, great, beautiful kick outside the 50 there from fullback. Spills free, gets out of the back of the pack. USA Freedom have got numbers there to mop up. They can't quite pick it up. It's the Irish. He's plucked out a free kick here, which will go towards Ireland. So a good little bit of play there from the Irish just to clear it out of their defence. No, he's paid. Yes, he has. He's paid a free kick. So the Irish now across the half-back line as they head down towards the wing. Good skills, good kick, great kick marked by Connolly here on the wing. She's been lively up forward. She's pushed up. She's worked up the ground. She's got a mark on the wing. Does the Gaelic kick around the side of the body, but only to the USA Freedom across the half-back line. Here we go. Oh, thought it was going to be the first switch of the play there, Pete, but no, she goes back down the wing again. Good kick to is that Bremner?
That's Carly Smolak out there. Smolak from the San Francisco Iron Maidens, who gets on the right boot, looking over the head of Estrada. One by the cherry by Kim Hemingway. 2 bites and she's pulled it in. Kim Hemingway, of course, played for the Sydney Swans in an exhibition game last year. Was their leading goal scorer with 3. Bit surprised she wasn't taken in the draft, though, when she nominated for the New South Wales pool. Went in long, looking for Kastanek. In goes Jessica Estrada. She can't get it out. Duray's there as well. Big tackle laid on by Kastanek. Umpire comes in, crosses himself and says, I will call for a ball up. 25 metres out from the Freedom goal. They're going towards the city end of the ground here at Royal Park. Ball up in the air. One out there by Clara Fitzpatrick. Overrunning the pill on that occasion was Oha. Umpire says in the back. Free kick for the Freedom. And getting up off the ground there to have a shot at goal is Margaret Leone from the Iron Maidens. Can she put the first one on the board here for the USA Freedom? It's going to fall short. 1, 2, 3 bites of the cherry juggling football, but Colleen Quinn takes the mark for the Irish.
So the Irish defence, it's holding up. It's Breen who has it deep inside their 50, defensive 50 that is. Nice little kick outside their 50 now. Oh, almost a mark there. Could have been a free kick. No, could have been another one the other way. The Irish have still got the ball. They head down towards the wing in front of the commentary box here. Ball off hands. Who's first there to pick it up? It looks like the one-on-one contest. The Irish have got it. The Irish got it in the middle of the ground. They kick forward now. There's no one home. It goes inside 50, but not one player there. It's now a bit of a road race. Who was there? The USA Freedom try and pick up the ball through Shelton it is, and Shelton clears it. Great kick. USA Freedom on the half-back line.
And they have the football Royal Parade side of the ground. And I think that's Kika who goes with the kick. In fact, it's Oha who goes further up the line. Was trying to find a teammate, but wasn't successful as Cregan sent it back for the Irish towards half forward. Came off hands, close towards the boundary line. Bump, down goes Cassidy in the play. Another bump laid on. I think it's Georgiades coming through. Hurry kick. Intercepted there as Shelton tried to unload. Ball still stuck in the pack out of sight of the ground. The Irish look for an opportunity, but their hurried snap goes out of bounds on the full in front of the great crowd here. In fact, the crowd's been so big here today at Royal Park. Literally at 1:30, they ran out of food and ran out of coffee.
I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? It's quite an achievement.
As the ball is kicked long up the line, a lot of people wanted to support this international game as Clara Fitzpatrick takes the mark. She is on the far side of the ground. Fitzpatrick unloads on the right, going towards centre half forward with a kick. Good fist in there by Lindsay Kastanek. Put it to the team's advantage. O'Hara now goes towards centre half forward. Maybe an early run there by Brow. Got a little nudge there by Geray. She goes to ground. Geray goes tumbling over, trying to extract it. The umpire comes in, will call for a bounce. Centre half forward for the USA. They're trailing at the moment. Ireland are 3-1-19. The USA are 2 behinds.
Once again, great defence from both teams. Really holding up under pressure. So the ball is, could have been a push in the back. Umpire says no, play it on. So it's the Irish who pick up and gather and clear through Kelly. A bit of a falcon there almost, I think. So it's the USA Freedom free kick. Did you see what that was for, Beck? Not helping me with the umpiring decisions there. So it's the USA Freedom who have the ball. Far wing, Royal Parade wing. Want to enter inside 50 again. Great kick, got underneath it, drop punt, deep over the pack. But it's the Irish who will take it over the line and will have a boundary throw in front of the pavilion there. So that breeze seems to have picked up again. And I feel like the USA Freedom have got probably the height, Beck, but they haven't got them down deep in forward.
No, but I mean, the whole game's really just been played in this half. In the first half, it was, Ireland, and then now it's the USA. We've only been in one half of the ground. But I think USA definitely playing better in the second quarter, but I think Ireland still has the money at this stage.
Slight check of the scoreboard, 3-2-20 to 2 behinds, according to the scorecard here. Just checked as again for those at home. The scoreboard is literally to the immediate left of us, behind the wall of the fans. So a little bit difficult to see for the commentators. We have to pop our head every now and again as Kastanek brought the ball to ground. Hurry kick away there by McCutcheon to try and go up the line. Chasing after the football was Rosemary Cloud from the Sacramento Suns. And the ball got away from her. Did it go in the full? Yes, it did. So she actually will get the free kick. Rosemary Clough from the Sacramento Suns. Only plays in the ruck for them at the Nationals. Goes up the line. Oh, fingertipper there by Carly Smollett. Couldn't hang on to it, but they managed to try and come back inboard. Was trying to look for Bremner, but it was taken away by Donnelly. Donnelly got mown down and Gone, gone, according to the umpire. Bremner looking around. She wanted to give off to Reel, then realised it wasn't a great thing to do, so she went back behind the player on the mark. The kick, though, is going to fall short in the hands of Hainsworth there. Hainsworth, courtesy of some shepherding work, managed to now deliver up the line. Was trying to find Gillespie to run onto the football. Got away from her. Big tail laid on, and the umpire said that's holding the football. Being pinned there. And run down the player for the USA, which means, from what I can see here, I think it might be McKay who has the ball, and she's just forward of centre wing, Royal Parade side of the ground.
So it's the Irish now to take the ball towards their end, inside against the breeze. It's been hard work against the breeze for both teams. Big up and under kick there, again with the Gaelic side swing. The Irish got across the half-forward line now, so it was a good handball there from Flannery. Back towards the Irish now, go inside 50. Can they get a mark? No, they can't. The ball bounces. The Irish gather it. Or could have been holding the ball there, or at least throwing the ball, and the umpire says yes, it was. And a free kick there to the USA Freedom. They're hoping they get 25 here, and yes, they will. No.
Yeah, he's talking about it, and here's the march. So they'll come further up the ground, probably between centre and centre half back. Chance here for the USA to set something up here. As much as they've done all the attacking, they haven't scored a goal yet. Whoops, slipped over. A bit of a false start there by Clout. And now looking, oh, look at this. Katie Klatt's got space, but the kick was just away from her. And Claire Donnelly managed to come up with her. Klatt has got someone on her hammer. Is going to have to hand pass backwards. They work it around to Drake Casillas. Now back to Klatt. Klatt on the right boot, going up the line over the head there of Emily Reel. Losing her feet there at the crucial moment was Cullen. Close towards the boundary line. A hurry kick there by Fiona Rorty. Sees the ball go over the boundary line and out of bounds. We'll have a throw in just in front of our broadcast position. 18-point lead to the Irish.
So throw in on the wing here. Castanack's been good in the ruck. She just got nudged out that time, so the Irish clear it. High kick. They have the leg speed, the Irish, I feel. And the ball will come back towards the boundary. Well played there. Good effort there from Bean, it was. Now the ball spills free again. The Irish get a boot to it. Heads down towards their half-forward line. Can't quite take the mark, and the umpire's got some work to do. The boundary umpire, that is. He'll throw it in again. It gets a little bit closer towards the Irish 50-metre mark.
As the ball is thrown back into play. Over the head of Hayley Kastanek. The rucks go up for it. Now, this could be a free kick here because what had happened was the Irish woman at the back, it hit her hands. If you're not the nominated rucks, it has to hit the ground first before you can pick it up. So because she wasn't a nominated ruck, she touched it while it was thrown in on the full. That means it's a free kick to the Americans. Hayley Kastanek goes up the line. Oh, had a bite of the cherry there. Sabor McHale couldn't quite bring it in. Over the top of it is Carly Smolak. Umpire blows the whistle and says she's wrapped up by Hainsworth. We'll call for a ball up. On special comments today, Beck Dole.
Well, the USA still haven't had a chance to score, but they have really not let Ireland run away with the game, which after the first quarter I thought might happen. So
Katie Klatt goes for a bomb towards the half forward. And all kicking to ground. They're all wrapped up. Emma Kelly got dispossessed by Brower. Brower gave up the hand pass. Two Americans collide with each other. Brower goes in again, tackling machine. And the umpire says, I'll call for a ball up.
Update on Kelly there, Beck. She's up.
she's up and about.
There's some courageous efforts there from the Irish going back with the flight of the ball. So ball up there on the half-back line, and the umpire will retain it again. Directly in front of us, it's on the USA Freedom half-forward line. Castanak declares she's in the ruck, up against Fitzpatrick. Great contest. Great ball there from the USA Freedom. Kicked inside their forward 50. Can they score here? Here's a chance. This is Estrada off the ground. She's got it. Yes, USA on the board there through Estrada from the San Francisco Iron Maidens. So great ruck work there from Castanak, Beck, just to clear it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Klatt as well. She's done a few really, really good things. So
Jessica Estrada, that's what she loves to do, just running onto a loose ball in the forward line with plenty of space. She kicked a few bags of goals for the Iron Maids in the Nationals last year. Normally in the midfield, they used her in the forward line, and she just like she did then, controlled it. And as soon as the ball hit the deck, it was hers, with her name written all over it. There's a ball back in the middle of the ground. Castanek versus Fitzpatrick. Ball punch forward, but intercepted by Klatt. She's lifting. She goes towards the half-forward line. Bowled over a few and waiting out the back was Duray, who's pushed further up the ground towards half-back instead of being at full-back. Kicks long, looking for space over the boundary line and out of bounds. McGee chasing after that one with Maggie on, and we'll have a throw in.
they're having a great ruck battle, Castanek and Fitzpatrick, aren't they?
It's a great duel. Royal Parade wing. No, we've got a free kick here for the Freedom. So they've got the much-deserved and much-needed goal, the USA Freedom. Can they get another? But no, it's the Irish who take the mark across the half-back line through Quinn. So Quinn will take it back onto the wing. She goes wide. Great mark, almost a great mark there. And a good pressure as well from the USA Freedom as the ball goes over the line. We've got another boundary throw in, Royal Parade side of the ground. The breeze is still strong, so USA Freedom will want to get another goal before the end of this quarter. Boundary throw in. Castanak and Fitzpatrick. Great ruck duel. Once again, the Irish clear it though. Great clearing kick. Have they got the numbers? USA Freedom in front. They gather, they pick it up, they kick it back towards where the ruck contest just came from. Who will pick up the ball? Who's first there? No clean takeaway here, so the ball's still spilling. The numbers are there, but we can't get a clean possession. It's the USA Freedom, I think, at the bottom of the pack. They get it out. Quick kick. Doesn't go 5 metres. The USA Freedom's just surging it forward at the moment, but it's the Irish who mop it up across the half-back line. Great little handball out there from Duray. She's been good. So we're on the wing. USA Freedom now, back through the middle of the ground. It's a high up and under. Who's there? It's a one-on-one contest. Great contest too. Both girls go to ground. The Irish mop it up. They get a handball out. A chain of handballs and then a kick towards the boundary, and we'll have... No, we won't. The Irish have picked it up. Almost thought it was out. And Great pressure there, but the umpire's got a free kick there for the Irish. Was that Giray who's pushed up the further? No, who's got that free kick there, Pete, I think?
I'll find out in a moment. Sarah Maguillon was the one who gave it away, and by the look of it from a distance, it might be Cullen who has the resulting free kick here for the Irish. And the Hooters sounds for half-time. So the Freedom just slightly closing the margin that quarter, but certainly, Bechdol, the momentum is certainly with them.
Oh, absolutely. It was a really interesting quarter. That the play really switched, I think, from the first quarter from the Irish to the Freedom. So it'll be interesting to see how they play out the game. And it's been fast and tough.
It's certainly been better skills, and I guess for any AFLW recruiters that have come along and watched this, they'll be certainly happy with, I guess, 2 games that we've seen. We saw, as much as one-sided, GB Swans and the amount of run that they had, and they would be impressed today with what they're seeing with the USA and Ireland game, with plenty of run, plenty of open play.
And I think possession, really clean possession in this game too. Lots of great marks and a lot more than I think I've seen in the other games today.
Definitely. I like the Castanak-Clack combination. I think those two in the middle were good. And I thought early on Bremner did some sort of unrewarded work, some in and under stuff, got some free kicks and got the ball forward. And Giray across the half back line for the Irish, though, was pretty solid.
What's good about the Clack kick a couple of times, it has been long and it's been down the central corridor as well. And the spots that it's landing is putting the Irish under all kinds of pressure. And I think that's why they moved Giray up a bit, because in the past she was tagging Brower, who was playing out of the goal square, and then she realised what Clatt was doing was putting the ball 30-40 metres out from goal in a dangerous spot, and they saw that move and they went, oh, we better put Giray up there to stop this hole, because it's no use being back in the goal square if it falls 40 metres short. And we saw Estrada's goal. If Estrada can go, great, I can run onto this and bang from 30.
Absolutely.
So as we see the teams in their respective huddles at the moment, the question is, I guess, we don't expect the European Crusaders to go through to the semi-final stage, but from what we saw, particularly out of the first quarter of the Papua New Guinea Flames, what can they take out of their game to match it with either of these two sides to try and get one of those spots in the top 2 to progress to the semis?
Well, the Flames are quick. That was really what I was impressed with, was their speed.
And particularly youth as well in their side, particularly through their youth girl system they've been building up there. And that, no doubt, will help them. The question is, and I guess, is that they got off to the fast start, but then they stalled in the remaining 3 quarters. Now, it may have been just a case of the coach throwing around the magnet, saying, we've got control of this game, the European Crusaders are no trouble, so let's just move the players around positions, give everyone a go. And I think a few of the coaches have done that today. Even the GB Swans moved the magnets around, because no disrespect to the side that's getting beat, but you don't want your defenders standing around doing nothing all day. You want them obviously rotating through and getting their hands on the ball a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we see the Irish are having a chat at the moment, so we might take... Well, it looks like it's going to be Xavier's going to do the honours this time round. And all he has to do is just flick up for on, and that will be able to take us inside the respective huddles. The Irish are in there at the moment, and then we'll hear from the USA Freedom coach as well. The Irish were runners-up in the AFL European Championships last year. In the nine-a-side Euro, they were champions, and then, of course, they won the London All-Stars.
Who do we have? Nettie, fantastic over here, fantastic. The lead-up was unbelievably good, and then you followed up with a tackle, won it, fantastic. Keep that work up, really good.
This is the Irish coach speaking.
So, yeah, no, that's it. Have a look at the side, girls. Relax, relax.
And that was the Irish coach. It looks like we're going to go across very shortly to hear from what's happening with the Americans.
Positive messages coming from... Really positive, the Irish coach. You know, congratulating the girls for what they've done, and I think trying to keep them up. Indeed, and it's always good to hear from the huddles and the coach's point of view. And it's interesting to see, of course, I'd say the professionalism and the different approaches of coaches from the top 4 sides that we're predicting, such as USA, Canada, Ireland and Great Britain. They're breaking into their respective huddles. We're going to the group now with the USA Freedom.
One girl is in the outside of the pack.
Yeah.
Like Canada. That hand pass to that girl just standing and waiting outside of the pack.
So,
and get some tackles in. Brett, where's Brett? Fantastic. Fantastic.
beautiful. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anything.
And even that, you know, some pressure on the girls. Out here, you ran up here, you put a little bit of pressure on one, you only have one more to beat, and you can get the ball and we can move it down. But we've got to get some motion and we've got to get some loud calls so that they know where we are. Right? We're doing a lot of the right stuff and it'll start to tick over. We've just got to keep building on that.
Yep.
So we showed in that quarter what we can do. Now we'll show them really what we can do.
The next time we have a mark and a free kick, like at a really tough angle, I'm gonna stay out and I'm gonna streak in through the middle and see. And like, if you decide if you want to take it or not, I'm gonna be there streaking towards a hot spot because there was nobody there and I was on the line. They don't keep anybody on the hot spot.
This is the forward line for the USA.
Or Kathy or whatever. Like,
We haven't had that many set shots, but we still said, right? We still said we were going to make a target in the goal square. We only had a couple of set shots, and we didn't do that yet. Look, we haven't had the opportunity to look for the hot spot too often. Let's make that opportunity happen in this quarter.
And you really got to hit the packs, guys. So just as goals, that's exactly what we want.
what you said.
We probably had 5 or 6 chances, but we only got one because we're not hitting it as hard as we can, okay? It's that extra effort to say, you know what, I'm stuffed, but I'm going to hit this pack, okay?
especially.
That was listening inside the huddle there with the USA Freedom, the forward line coach. And
Lots of talk about pressure from him. You know, putting a bit more pressure on and the players there talking about how they're going to, you know, manage that in the forward line.
Indeed, because I think they see this as the opportunity in the third quarter about trapping the ball in, trying to keep the ball inside the forward 50 and deny the Irish. The Irish had maybe, one inside 50 for that quarter, and it's proving to be the scoring end, the right-hand side. The Irish had 12-1 in the first quarter. I'd be going to say it was similar numbers, probably 12-15-1 for the USA. So it's definitely the scoring end. They've got to see the opportunities they get towards the other end, the USA, of keeping that trapped in there, because the more oxygen, the more they starve the Irish of the football in the third quarter, it builds their confidence for a final quarter attack. Oh,
absolutely. And Carly Smolak there in the huddle telling us her plan, which is just to streak through when there's a mark. So we'll be watching out for that.
Lee Barnes will be calling in his players very shortly for their speech for the USA, and of course the Irish as well. With Pat Levy, of course, one of the co-coaches there, and coached them when they were at the European Championships. One of the great things that they had, of course, for some of the teams to warm up was back in May. It was called the London All-Stars Carnival, where it was the London All-Stars, which essentially was the Aussie expats, formed one team and a few British players. The GB Swans as a team and the Irish, minus a few of the Australian-based players, all played in that game. And they took on the Canada Midnight Suns, which was Canada's reserves.
Oh, wow.
So Canada have two teams, the Northern Lights and the Midnight Suns. A bit like the USA, who've got two teams, the Freedom, and the other team's the Liberty, which, of course, is doing the tour of Australia at the moment. Well, Melbourne, should I say.
Melbourne is Australia. But how wonderful to see the growth of women's football. I mean, this year in Australia, we've been lucky to see the AFLW start, but it's clear that, you know, women's football is really finding its place internationally as well.
Indeed it is, and they were really stoked at Manor Lakes to have the USA Liberty out there. Crowd of about 200 or 300 came to watch some night football that was played at 6 o'clock at night, and there was still 100 or so people at their club rooms an hour after the game at 9 o'clock. Manor Lakes, because they couldn't play in the game, because Manor Lakes women's side by luck had made the finals and the EDFL and were due to play the next day, they hosted it. They made a special jumper, which was their jumper. Instead of their logo on the front, they had an All-Stars logo on the front, so they forked out for a special set of jumpers, and they gave that to a bunch of players from sides who didn't make the finals, who took on the USA Liberty team, and what was a really good contest. And in fact, you see a few people wearing the Freedom beanies. The Freedom beanies they were selling at $20 a pop, and they sold them online, and then they go, we'll sell some at the grounds, and hopefully we might be able to sell one or two. That was sold out by half time.
Oh, wow.
And they've still got 4 tour matches to go, and they were actually debating afterwards. They go, geez, how fast can we get them to Australia? Can we put an order in for more? Because people are saying, can I get a beanie? Can I get a beanie? Can I get a beanie?
We do love merch, don't we, in Australia Rules Football? We're always keen to have a bit of that.
It's almost, for those listening in America and Ireland, it's almost a tradition as well on footy trips where sides will get their own T-shirts made of everyone going on the trip and maybe a caricature or a photo of the team on the front. And the one thing with the footy trips, those T-shirts, is because people want them, they'll always have excess to either give away, or if they go to a country town and they stay at a pub or two, they actually give the T-shirts to the pub. And like one example, the Pastoral and Echuca, they've got all these T-shirts from all these footy tours and they put them on the ceiling. So when you're sitting and eating, you look up to the ceiling and then there's all these T-shirts from all these footy tours that came through. Because like you said, people love merch. When a team they don't know of from a distant town, or in this case from another country, come through, everyone wants to buy their merchandise and get behind them.
Absolutely, and why not?
As Xavier Maloney joins us back in the commentary position, how do you see the second half playing out?
Well, I think the Irish have got the pace. So while the rain stays away, I think the Irish have just got the upper edge at the moment. So if it had been like the first game, or the second, the game we just commentated before with the rain, could have been a different story. But it's the Irish now who mark the ball across their half-back line. Away they go, onto the wing. Nice little drop punt towards the wing. Doesn't quite hit a target. And once again, we'll go over the line for a boundary throw-in. Good start from the Irish. Third quarter here, International Cup 2017. Fourth game of the day. It's Fitzpatrick and Castanak in the ruck again. Been a great duel all day. Great contest again. Can't quite get a clean possession. And the umpire will have to ball this up again. And he does. So, good start there from the Irish, Pete.
Indeed, but they had the ball in centre wing. Can they push forward is the question. Ball is thrown up in the air. Hit the ground hard. Who goes in there? Over the top of the football there was Magion. The umpire blows the whistle and calls for a ball up. Waving her arms for a cab was Trenor. And we'll set ourselves again. 3-2, 21-2-8. 2-goal lead to Ireland. Castanek won it. Try to get it to Armstrong. But taken away by the Irish. And again, Quinn has been picking up plenty of the football. Colleen Quinn goes inside 50 with a kick. Bounced off a few players. Having to dance around McCutcheon. She's been good. Hooked her kick at the last second. Worked out okay. And taking it there is Flannery. Flannery works wider still. And taking a mark around about 45 metres out from goal on a tough angle. Might be McGee, I think. Gets swings around on the right. Gives it everything towards the top of the square. Came off hands. And a chance for the Americans to try and clear it out of defence as a tackle's laid on by Flannery. But the Irish keep it in. Dance around. Little hand pass. Too hot there for Magan. She gets caught. Stacks in the middle. The umpire's going to blow the whistle and call for a ball up right in front of the club rooms here at Ransford Oval.
And the game's still in that same half where it's been for the first two quarters. So seems to be the end where you're going to score.
If you're a supporter, just park yourself there. You've got prime viewing. In fact, a couple on the bench. Blanket and all, as the mark is taken there by McGee. McGee in front of the old scoreboard. Decides to switch backwards. It's dangerous. Oh, Brow was there, but she lost her feet at the last second. Just bouncing off a few there and running around is Quinn, who now goes inside 50. Now is Hemingway wanted to get near the football, overran it. The Irish go with a hand pass backwards, try to kick it round the corner. Hainsworth, one bounce over the boundary line and out of bounds. We'll have a throw in half-back flank for the Americans, half-forward flank for the Irish.
Again, good run and support there from the Irish just to get the handball back behind play. They've got the leg speed here. Can they maintain possession and use it? Once again, Fitzpatrick, Castanak. Great duel once again. Ball goes to ground. Castanak's fighting for it. Fitzpatrick gets it though somehow. Now the Irish kick inside 50. Who can mark it? It's a one-on-one contest. It's the Freedom who have got it. And it's through Castanak again there, I think, on the back pocket. So the Irish, ball spills free. No one can get a clean possession at this stage. Kick off the ground, little toe poke. Goes outside the forward 50 for the Irish. They work it back again with good hands. They've done this a few times. It's Fitzpatrick with a big kick towards the pocket. Not out of bounds on the fall. No, umpire says, I'll throw that in. Got a little bit scrappy there for a while, but the Irish have got it inside their forward 50 for a throw-in.
And that's what we'll do at 35 metres out from goal. Castanek going in the contest, beating out her Irish opponent, Laura Connolly. Hurry kick around the corner by Klatt, throwing the body in there. Sarah Magion Gets the hand pass now, Maggie, on to Armstrong. Armstrong on the left, only to be intercepted. Mark taken by Clara Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick looking further afield. Decides to switch towards centre half forward. A high kick under pressure. Good mark taken. And backing back there, Cregan with the football. In fact, it's Breen, pardon me, goes inside 50. Nothing there. Platt takes it and now gets it out to Sarah Maggie-on. She's got Shearer wide. Doesn't go there. Goes up the line. Oh, from behind flying there was Smolak who made the pressure. Now Shearer gets on the right boot. She kicks it in towards the middle of the ground. It was read very easily by Breen, who now gets on the right and goes back towards half forward. But it's going to be easily read by Lindsay Castanek, who's parked underneath that.
Castanek, she's been good. I like her game today. Kick wasn't so good. And it's once again Breen, who has been good for the Irish. She kicks inside 50. Great contest there. Oh, great roving. Great tap. The old volleyball palm gets to the Irish. Can they get it again? Yes, good hands there through Flannery, but didn't quite hit the mark. So USA freedom. Note the umpire has paid a free kick here. What has he plucked out? Holding. Beck, did you see that?
I did, actually.
You got that one?
I did get that one. Thanks for asking.
So it's the Irish. It is Connolly, Linda Connolly. I've liked her game today. She's been good. She's been very prominent up forward from the Demons in her local comp. She's got a kick from around 20, 25 out. Slight angle. Lovely kick. And it's just snuck in, has it? Yes, it has.
Oh, it has.
Connolly for her third. Have you got three there for her,
Yeah,
Pete?
I got
That's
three.
goals. Linda Connolly. And but I do think it was Carol Breen who did a couple of good things here, reading the play back behind the ball here on the wing in front of the commentary box. She's a smart footballer.
Took a while to convert that score, didn't it? It had been in their forward area for quite a while before they were actually able to get the goal.
What I'm a bit miffed by is the positioning of Shearer. Now, Shearer, as much as she's slider frame, it isn't going to be good in the hard-in contest. She is very quick and has a very nice kick on her. Can kick long distances. The problem is she's hiding out next to the boundary line, which is absolutely of no use. She needs to be in a position almost behind the ball in defence so they can feed to her to release it to either run and go or kick and go. At the moment, she's not being of any use out wide as the ball is in the middle of the ground. Trying to lay in a tackle there was Emily Reel. Kick went forward from the Irish, only intercepted by Clatt. Clatt with a hand pass under pressure, had to go back in and get her own football. Now back out to Jessica Gray. Goes around towards the wing position. Foot race on, chasing after it is the ball McHale, and the ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. Because it seems to be the problem is that with the USA, they're trapped in the half back line and can't find a way out. Mind you, the Irish had the same problem trying to kick into the breeze the second term.
Look, I think the Irish just read the play a little bit better behind the ball there. Carol Breen was exceptional before in that passage of play. So the ball thrown back in. The umpires found a free kick here for the USA freedom on the half back line. It's Jessica Gray. She's been good across the half back. She's on the half back line now. She'll kick it back through the middle of the ground. Good contest there. The Irish get the forward position and a free kick's been played there for the umpire. He's given it to the Irish for over the shoulder, so they'll have the play. Quick hands here. I like this, the quick play on from the Irish. Ball goes inside 50. A good kick. Doesn't hit a target, but it's in front. Great pick up there. I think that was Flannery, was it? And kick around on the left foot. That's going to go close. That's a behind. So the Irish, good little passage of play there, Beck, through the middle of the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really was the most free-flowing I think it's been for a while, so that was great.
That was Megan Shot going to win astray. Now to bring it back into play, Bevan English works wide and long. It's a lovely kick and spots up Natalie Wolf. Wolf with the ball, half-back flank, decides to go down the central corridor, takes the game on, long high kick, Shearer's in the middle of that, got knocked down, going in there is Maggie on, can't get it out, ball did come out and went out by Mority. Mority came back in board, only accepted by Katie Clatt, who gave the don't argue, then went straight down the guts with the kick, marked momentarily there by Ryan, but she dropped what she really should have raked in. Still now at centre half forward for the Americans, trying to push in there is Smolak, she can't get it out, Estrada's lurking nearby as well. She wants the ball to come out to her. Brower's involved, but the umpire says, I'll call for a ball up. Centre half forward for the Freedom, attacking the Park Street end.
USA Freedom here. Great opportunity to score. Can they do it? Can they convert? Good ruck contest. The Irish mop it up. Kick back towards the middle of the ground, but no, not to their team members, but it was actually McLuhan who's got it. She's in the middle of the ground now. She'll put it inside 50. Almost. Good kick, though, to centre half forward. Irish have got the numbers there. More green jumpers than blue. Good contest there. Good hip and shoulder. I think hopefully she's okay. And the umpire will ball it up smack bang in the middle, centre half forward, just at the top of the forward 50 here for USA Freedom.
As the ball is thrown up in the air, centre half forward. Brought to ground. Bremner in there as well as Armstrong. Knocked off the football. Maggie on now, gets around on the right, goes towards the top of the goal square. Her forward lost her footing at the crucial moment, but Smolak tries to get to the football first. Ball on the ground. Geray's lurking around as well. Pushed off the football there as Margaret Leon. The Irish clear towards the half-back flank, but only as far as Sarah Maguillon. Maguillon had to get hurried on the right boot, put it into the dangerous hotspot. Real chasing after the football, but as the Irish straight off defence, Lisa Reyes kicked the ball in towards the middle of the ground. Foot race on here. Who's going to get to it first? It is the Americans. 1, 2, caught, gone, holding the football. She tried to take him on there, Jessica Gray. At no stage it looked like she was going to try and get rid of it, and thus holding the football. Slipping over on her Kuiper pass there as Garrity kicks forward, and it worked out luckily to Gillan Behan, who got up, ran on, Behan 30 metres out, bang!
What a goal. Great work by Ireland. I mean, the USA finally had it down in their first half and couldn't convert it, but the Irish quickly slicked it back there for that goal.
That one's got a sting, Xavier.
Yeah, once again, through the middle of the ground, shortest route home, and the Irish have done it. So, big quarter this one. The USA Freedom need to hold them if they're going to have any chance in this last quarter.
Just a reminder as well that the USA second side there, Liberty, have got a couple of tour matches coming up this week. They've got on Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. at Bulleen Templestowe. They're taking on that VAFA amateur side. And on Friday night at Monash University, 5:30 p.m. they take on the Monash Blues. And at this very ground next Sunday morning at 10 a.m. they play West Brunswick Seconds.
More footy than you can handle.
Indeed.
Back in the middle, Kastanak just takes it herself, does it all on her own, kicks it inside the forward 50. Can the USA Freedom score out of this one? The Irish are fierce in defence though, as they have been all day. Great pick up there, great pick up, a good handball, clears it to Breen. Breen's been good, I like her game. She kicks up towards the wing. Can't quite find a target. It's a race between two. It's 2-on-1 with the Irish. The USA Freedom come to support. Can they clear it? No, he's dropped it. That is holding the ball. Good decision, umpire. So it's the Irish Machines who will have it on the wing. They'll go inside 50 again here, most likely. Can they score again? Their conversion inside 50 has been pretty good today. They kick it forward. One-on-one contest. Great contest. Ball spills forward. It's the USA Freedom first, but the Irish are on them. 2-on-1, 3-on-1. This ball spills free. The Irish get a handball out, but now the USA Freedom have got numbers, and they clear it. Big clearing kick, middle of the ground. Again, 2-on-1, but the USA Freedom have got it here. The Irish have got the numbers. I can see more green jumpers circling. The umpire will have to ball it up here unless it comes out. It does. Can they get it clear? It's the USA Freedom. Maggie on. She's been good. Like her game. But it's Breen. Like hers better. She gets a handball out. The Irish can't get a clean possession at the moment. USA Freedom do. Here we go. Bremner almost gets a clearing kick. The Irish now go forward just inside their 50. Toe poke. Doesn't work. USA Freedom back again on the wing. Who can mop up? The Irish have got the numbers. Can they be composed? The game's got up a level here. The Irish are working hard across the half-back line. They go back towards their wing. Can't find a target, though. It's Breen. Tackled fiercely. Good tackle from Maggie on. Bremner handballs up. USA Freedom will clear the kick again, but only to go to the Irish. It's scrappy, but here we go. The Irish through the middle. This is their go. They kick it back inside 50. Can they get a mark? No, it's Gray. She knocks it down. Can't mark it. USA Freedom. Hands on the ball. It spills free. Who can get it? Clean possession needed here. It's the USA Freedom again. Yeah, great work. Blatt clears through the middle of the ground.
She goes long, but only as far as Duray, who was taking the mark, but the umpire says it was a free kick for a behind the play, and it will be going back for the USA Freedom. Centre half back. That is with Alison Bremner from the Denver Bulldogs. Bremner looks to go towards the Royal Parade side of the ground. Wants Armstrong to run onto it. She's got to go because she's got company there in Gillan Behan. Behan chasing after Armstrong, close towards the boundary line. Armstrong put on the afterburners, but couldn't quite handle the football over the boundary line and out of bounds, settling out of side. On special comments today, Beck Dole.
I'm really impressed with Ireland getting numbers around the ball. Every time there's a contest, there seems to be, for every USA player, there's about 3 or 4 Ireland players, and they're really, really getting to the contest, which is great.
5-3-33 to 1-2-8. 1-2-8. Ireland leading the USA. Ball back into play. Now taking it for a bit of a run. Rorty went with a football, looking to try and put it in the possession of Colleen. She got knocked off the football. We've got a hurry kick there close towards the boundary line. We'll go over and out, and we will have a throw in 65, 70 metres out from the Ireland goal. They're going towards the city end.
So it's the Irish now who are pressing towards their goal. Boundary throw-in. It's the great ruck drill. Fitzpatrick, Castanak, who will win this one. I think it was Fitzpatrick, knocks it down. Scrum forms. Who can clear it? I think it's the Irish. They've got their hands on it. Good handball forward. Just get it forward with the breeze. They just need to pepper these goals. The Irish clean possession again. Will they kick it? Yes, they do. They go inside 50, but that could be on the full, and it is. So it'll be the USA Freedom right in front of the Ramsford Oval old scoreboard. It's Jessica Gray who kicks it back. She's been good across the half-back line. Kicks it back towards the wing, but only the Irish. Once again, the sea of green. They head back towards their forward 50. Inside 50 for the Irish. Can they get a clean possession? No, they can't. Yes, they can. No, hold. Ball's hailed towards the Irish, and the umpire will have to ball it up there. So good work. That was McGinn who was in there, I think, held with the ball. So the umpire will have it around 40 metres out. Throws it up. The ruck duel, Fitzpatrick again. The Irish get first hands on it, and maybe a free kick and a shot on goal.
Yes, indeed. That is going back to Geraghty. Umpire says, do you want to take the advantage? And obviously says, no, thanks. I'll have another shot on goal. So she'll be kicking from about 40 metres out, directly in front. As we've had everything today, cold start the morning, bit of drizzle, bit of rain, and then sunshine bathing the ground for this match, the final of the women's division in round one here at Ransford Oval and Royal Park. We go to the schools round on Wednesday. For the details, aflac17.com.au. Check out the website for all the fixtures, men and women. Here's the kick. It's away to the right, and we'll go through for a minor score from Geraghty. So that moves it out to 5-4-34, the Irish. 1-2-8, the Americans. If I guess there's anything, Beck, for the Americans to take away from this is just confirmed another quarter of all the play, all the goals are happening towards the right-hand side. They'll have that in the final quarter.
Oh, absolutely. So they'd want to take some positives out of that, but I really think they want to get a couple of goals this quarter and make it a bit more of a contest coming home.
They certainly do. They'll need it, but it's the Irish who have the football. They're playing well. Good skills. They kick it back sideways as opposed to going forward. Didn't quite complete the mark. The ball was held to the Irish player there, who was Kelly, I think it was. So the umpire will throw it up around centre-half forward for Ireland. Good contest again in the ruck. Ball spills free. Irish get a kick to it. It's an up and under. Great contest inside the forward 50 here. The Irish read it better. But again, ball held to Ireland. He's paid the USA Freedom aren't happy with that, but he has paid in the back there. So it will be Geraghty for another shot on goal. Can she improve from last time? What has she learnt with the breeze there, Beck?
Well, she... Sorry, Xavier, I just lost
She hasn't learnt much.
Hasn't learnt much,
it's gone to
as
the
it
same
happens.
spot. And hasn't quite... Here we go. Irish, yes.
Oh, goal.
Great snap there, I think, from McCutcheon, was it?
Yes, it was.
McCutcheon, great little snap over the shoulder there for the Irish. And that's 2 goals for her today. So... going to be tough now for the USA Freedom. They need to score into this breeze, I feel, if they want to make a throw over in the last quarter.
Backs against the wall indeed. 6-4-40 to 1-2-8. It's a mountain to climb. Can they do it? As the siren sounds for 3-quarter time here at Ransford Oval in Royal Park. 6-4-40 to 1-2-8. Ireland leading the USA. Let's go through the goal kickers there. That one too, McCutcheon's got 2. I've got Connolly down for 3, and I'm just missing who's kicked the other one there for the Irish to get their 6. And I have got 1 goal for Jessica Estrada. That term, by the way, literally the Irish doubled their score. They went from 3-2-20 to 6-4-40 after being held scoreless in the second quarter.
There was some good play for the USA, though. I really like Maggie on and also Klatt. They seem to be really trying to make a contest out of everything. And that ruck battle between Fitzpatrick and Casnak's just brilliant.
And likewise for the Irish, for me, I liked Breen. I thought she was very smart through the middle of the ground, read the play really well. And, the opposing rucksman, I think Fitzpatrick's been sensational on the ruck today. But great contest. So both teams are split into their respective thirds. getting their messages before they all come in, and we'll get out there and hear the three-quarter time speech.
Indeed, we will, as we'll let you go out there, Xavier. Number 2, Mike. There you go. And we'll hear from what Lee Barnes has to say for the Americans, and then hear what the Irish have got to say. And, of course, Beck, everyone can watch these games back. If you're watching it live and you go, oh, I missed the first quarter, doesn't matter, because it's YouTube at any time, any day, any year, you can go back and watch all these games online.
Absolutely, and as the competition goes on, you'll probably want to go back and see how some of these early games went and how the teams have improved.
And that's the great thing. I've actually had one of the player, Isabella from the European Crusaders, actually asked me, oh, do you know anyone who can edit footage? I go, well, technically, I guess I could. Some of these players are asking, oh, can you edit my individual footage? I'm thinking about nominating for AFLW. Can you edit that up so I can have a look at my best of highlights, etc.? And that's the great thing. Because we're filming these games, we're able to get the vision for a few reasons. AFLW for the really good players that recruiters want to have a look at. And even those who are looking for personal improvement, they can look back at their game and watch things that they've got to improve on. Because it's one of those things, you don't know what you're doing wrong until you actually see what you're doing.
That's absolutely right. And I think that I'm really hoping that AFLW, there is some recruiters looking around here because, we've seen it work so well in the AFL, with the Jim Steinses of the world. That wouldn't it be great if we could have one of these players, playing in the AFLW?
One thing that hasn't happened this tournament, and maybe they can work on for 2020, or maybe even introduce it in the latter rounds, which I think would be a really good idea, particularly like with European Crusaders, for example. You saw they were short on coaches, and I think PNG Flames as well, and Pakistan. It would be great to be able to see some of the AFLW coaches, not necessarily the senior coaches, but some of the assistant coaches and some of those that they hope to be assistant coaches that are working through their training ranks to come down to try and help out an assistant coach just to give some feedback, even as a consultant type thing, so they can improve their game. Let's get into the Irish huddle.
So we did what we needed to do, right? Now we just need to defend. So I'm not going to change anything again because everything we're doing is right. We're on top in all areas. It's the small things again. The little things that we're doing are winning this game. We did drop off a little bit. A couple of times they were in and under on top of us, right? Not good enough. We just need to pick it up, right? Can't let it lose this quarter. Cannot let that happen again. So this quarter we just take it up a level. We've got 17 and a half minutes left this game. Just run it out. If you're not 100%, put your hand up. The 6 girls on the bench, plenty of fresh legs. Keep it fresh. We want to keep everyone 100% this quarter. Right, nice and tight. Let's finish it off, girls. Yeah.
That was the Irish huddle. We're going to go across to hear from Lee Barnes now from the USA Freedom, and he's barking his instructions right now.
The ones that they are hunting this quarter, not the other way around. Let's give it our best shot. Come on, quarter to go.
I want you to go as hard as you fucking can.
Yeah.
Physicality, all right? That's what I want to see at the end of this quarter. Let's go. Freedom on 3. 1, 2, 3. Freedom!
As you just heard there in the USA Freedom, they acknowledge, aren't they? They're the hunted. They're the hunted. They've got to make it happen.
Absolutely. And the Irish coach just saying, keep doing what you're doing effectively. They're on top in every area. Just get the little things right, and talked about the fresh legs they've got on the bench too. So they've got some extra stock there if the girls are getting tired.
And the one thing they've talked about, keeping it fresh, of course, Beck, is that this isn't just a one-off game. It isn't like week-to-week football. You come back next week. It's a pretty tight schedule. They have a couple of days off. They have Monday, Tuesday off. They play Wednesday. Then they have a 3-day break for Sunday. But then they have a 48-hour turnaround. Their next Sunday game, straight after that, they play a game on the Tuesday, the semi-finals. So it's important that as much as the players are putting their hand up saying, it's a once in every 3-year tournament, I want to play every single minute. It's like, no, you can't be that foolish. You've got to be fresh. This tournament's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Absolutely.
As the umpire holds the ball aloft, and we are underway for the final quarter. 40-8. It is a 32-point lead to the Irish. Shearer tried to do something through the middle of the ground for the Americans, but it was sent back from whence it came. Trying to come through there was Behan. Dispossessed of the football. Freedom trying to work their way through Armstrong. Put the right boot in there. Only as far as Kelly. Kelly had to dance around. Oh, the kick's an absolute Barry Crocker. It's out of bounds on the full. And it will be a free kick for the Freedom. They've got to move and they've got to make it happen. Time is not their best friend. Oha, no one leading to her at this stage. Decides to come back dangerously inboard. Was looking for Shearer. Couldn't get there. Real with a hand pass back. Bremner was through her legs, on the ground, had to go the hand pass, looking for real. Armstrong waiting for the football, couldn't pick it up. Spinning around is Breen. Breen through traffic, kicks, only for it to be intercepted. Slamming it forward on the boot there. Kitchen put it in towards the hot spot. 25 metres out from goal. Brow chasing after Duray. Duray gets the hand pass. Well under pressure to Rorty. Rorty now towards half back. Armstrong went flying through the air. Umpire says she tapped someone on the shoulder on the way through. Too high. Irish free kick.
Well, the USA have to score and score quickly, don't they? They can't afford for the Irish to be keeping the possession of the ball.
So it's the Irish on the wing, but straight to the opposing ruckman in Kastanak. She's got the ball for the USA freedom. What can she do? She'll look towards the middle. She heads towards centre half forward. Has she found a target? Yes, she has. Great kick. Well done there. So it is...
That's Lindsay Kastanak, represented from Hayley Kastanak.
Kastanak to Kastanak. So now the USA freedom inside 50. Can they get a score on the board here? They desperately need it. But the scrum forms, the pack forms, and the umpire says, I'll throw it up here. 45 out from the USA freedom goals. So Kastanak, Fitzpatrick once again, ruck duel. Fitzpatrick, good little tap. But it's well read here from the USA freedom. Dobbit goal, no one home. And it's Duray again. She's having a great game. Heads out towards Breen. Those two, Duray and Breen, we've called them a few times today, Beck.
Absolutely. They've been playing fantastic games for Ireland.
Brent goes up the line. Casillas from behind, try to do the spoiling work. Great work through there by Colleen, who went through the middle of the pack. Umpire's blown the whistle and said that's a holding infringement. And we'll pull out a free kick. And it's going the way of the Irish, and they move it up the line. Ball brought to ground. Gray works the way through. Gray on the right boot. Now going in towards Lindsay Kastanak, who had it. Lindsay Kastanak got it back again. 55 metres out from goal. Put in the hot spot over the head of Brower. Duray again. Too good. Brower's normally spot on, but when you're going up against an AFLW quality defender, it's going to be a hard day at the office. Ball on the outer side of the ground. Trying to get a hurry little hand pass away. Didn't work out, and it was the Irish and already had it. Nearly got slammed there by Bremner. Managed to get it 20 metres forward, only as far as Armstrong. Armstrong with a hurry kick. Now Hayley Kastanak with the football. Working towards the half-forward flank position. Was trying to find Shearer. Lost out in the contest. Shearer goes back once more. Umpire says too high. Irish free kick. And that one going the way of the Banshees footballer. By the look of it, number 5, Laura Flannery.
So Flannery on the half-back line, heads towards the wing. A bit of a tumble punt. Ball was fisted and it goes towards the boundary, and the umpire will throw that in directly opposite us on the Royal Parade wing. So USA freedom running out of time here. Need a quick goal if they're going to have any sort of chance. It's boundary throw in. We've got Fitzpatrick and Kastanak. Ball goes forward. USA freedom get their first hands to it. Can't get a clean possession though. This time they can get a toe poke to it. That's about it. It's Breen again. She mops up. Kicks it around the corner. Has she found a player? No, it's bounced over her head. Can't quite mop it up. This time they do. They head towards their half-forward line, the Irish. Getting close to their forward 50. The ball's towards the boundary. It's a 2-on-1. USA freedom have got 2. Jessica Gray it is. She's been okay. She's kicked it back towards a contest where the freedom have got numbers here. So Kastanak Kastanak and the Irish player there do battle, and it heads towards the boundary line. Could be out again. The umpire says no, play on, and he'll now ball it up. Royal Parade wing, Pete.
6-4-40 to 1-2-8. The lead with the Irish Banshees. They're the champions from IC11, runners-up in IC14. Coming away with it there, Clara Fitzpatrick goes towards the half-forward. Klatt was there, managed to knock it backwards. Using the assistance there of English, Klatt couldn't get a clean kick away. Half back here for the Americans, now half forward for the Irish with a long high kick. Casillas is parked underneath it. Cullen made a contest. Cullen got it back, had a crack at goal. Doesn't look too bad. 1-2 bounces though, and across the face for a minor score. 6-5-41, the Freedom. Pardon me, that's the Irish. 6-5-41, the Freedom. 1-2-8, Beckdahl.
Yeah, well, Ireland with that point there, but it's starting to get away from the USA, isn't it? We're rapidly running out of time, and if Ireland can keep it down here in their forward half, score another goal, it might be lights out.
And there's actually been a free kick awarded to Molly Cullen from the Dublin Angels. She'll have a shot on goal from around 25-30 metres out with that Gaelic hook. She kicks it. Oh, that's good enough too. That's home. So that could be the fat lady singing there. The Irish kick another goal. The vocals are warming up there, I think, Pete. So the Irish kick away here. So Molly Cullen it is from the Dublin Angels. Kicks a goal for the Irish. They start to kick away here. Sun's still shining on Ramsford Oval, but tough from here for the USA. Beck.
Oh, absolutely. And Jessica Gray's just come off with an injury, and she's been playing really well in the last few minutes, so that's a worry for the USA as well.
So Cullen got that free kick, so her point didn't count, and she opted for the shot, which means the goal changes the score to 7-4-46 to 1-2-8. So 46-8. The score. Haley Castanak tried to win the contest. She brought the ball to ground, but as the Irish that came away with it, and it was through Mulcahy, who got it towards centre half forward. Trying to get back there is Paige Keeker for the Americans. Put it to the advantage of Seri Maggie-on. She was under pressure by Donnelly, close towards the boundary line. Got it back though to Shearer. Shearer went long and up the line, went through the hands there of Lindsay Castanak. Trying to charge for the football there is Kim Hemingway. Creates a contest, forces the ball over and out. Upcoming fixtures, of course, for the Irish. They take on the European Crusaders, 10:45 a.m. next Wednesday morning at St Patrick's College in Ballarat. For those who want to head up there, make sure you rug up. Pretty cold out there in Ballarat. And at Wesley College in Glen Waverley, 10:45 a.m. on Wednesday. It's the Americans. They're taking on Papua New Guinea. So Wesley College, Glen Waverley, that venue. And next Sunday's matches, the Irish are at Hallam as they host Papua New Guinea, while the USA Freedom are at Melbourne University, main oval, as the curtain race to a VFLW game, 12 o'clock when they take on the European Crusaders. Long up the line, trying to find Carly Smolak. She went in the contest, making a go of it again is Sabor Mikhail, over and out. And also I should point out, Xavier, as well, is that the USAFL are streaming rounds 2 and 3, with the AFL streaming round 4 and 5. So you can go to usafl.com and they'll have details on those Revolution and Freedom games.
USA Freedom now inside their forward 50. Fitzpatrick gets her hands on it, can't quite mark it, so she hands ball it back to Breen, who's been great. Breen goes back further. It's now Flannery who kicks it almost outside of their defensive 50, can't quite get a mark, so it's a one-on-one contest here. The Irish are better, slightly better at it. So it's been handballs back. The Freedom have got the ball back here. Could get a shot on goal, not quite. Duray, she's been sensational back there in the last line of defence. Flannery tackled without the ball. Umpire says no. Play on. Deep inside the USA Freedom's forward pocket here. Will the umpire by the whistle? He's going to let it go. Duray gets it again, but can't get a clean possession. It's the USA Freedom now with the ball. They get tackled. Another tackle. And I think he's found a free kick here for that one for the Irish. Deep inside their defensive 50. They'll have a clearing kick here. Can't see who got that free kick, but they'll play on. As they do, kick down towards the wing, only to find Bremner. She can't mark the ball, just tumbles out. Again, back over the shoulder there. And umpire says, yep, that's a free kick. And it'll be Mikhail who will take it on the wing in front of the commentary position.
Support Mikhail, aside, trailing at the moment. They're 1-2-8. The Banshee 7-4-46. Mikhail on the right boot, tries to go inside 50 with the kick. Strong hands up, and the umpire pays the mark. And no calls advantage paid. Kiko was caught by surprise, kicked it towards the hot spot, 30 metres out from goal. Lindsay Castanak over around the football. Shearer tries to get onto it. Sonic has to go again. She's under pressure, and then she goes after Emma Kelly. Kelly had to duck and weave when the hand passed back. Estrada trying to make a contest. The Irish clear, but not too far. Now the opportunity here for Wolf, who kicks it round the corner. Nearly brings down Rain with the kick. Bremner goes after the football. Pressure put on by McCutcheon. McCutcheon did well. Got it out to Mulcahy. Mulcahy kicks it to an absolute paddock out there on the wing. Chasing after it there. Margaret Leon close towards the boundary line, under pressure from Linda Connolly. We'll see it go out. Settling out aside. Latter stages of the final quarter. It is 46-8. The Banshees leading the Freedom. On special comments, Beck Dole.
Oh, the Banshees have played fantastically. Their speed, their possession, their teamwork's just been great. And I think I'm really surprised. I thought the USA was going to fight a much tougher competition today. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out as the Cup goes on.
So the Irish, they had numbers behind the ball there inside their defensive 50. The umpire's got a free kick now. We're on the wing, and it's the USA Freedom who will receive that free kick. Play on quickly. Can they find a target? No, they can't. Ball on the ground. Who's first there? The Irish. Great pick up there. Great handball out. They play on. The Possess the ball well, the Irish. They head back towards the wing now, Royal Parade wing. It's a one-on-one contest and a great contest backing back into the pack. And the ball will be caught and a ball up on the Royal Parade wing. Good contest there from both players. So the USA freedom running out of time here. The Irish, it's Fitzpatrick and Castanak. How they have all day. Ball goes down. Ball's kicked out by the Irish. They get it forward to their half-forward line. Potentially could have been a free kick there for the Irish. Umpire says no, play on. So it's the USA freedom who mop it up, kick it back towards the wing, and the ball will roll out of play. And once again, we have a throw-in centre wing.
Outer side of the ground. And just a reminder for rounds 2 and 3, those games being streamed via the USAFL website, they're being called by Brian Barish. So if you want something different, an American play-by-play caller, check out Brian doing his work during rounds 2 and 3 of the International Cup when the USA are on tour. As the ball is at the halfback flank now for the Irish, getting put on her backside there was Rachel Fox. Umpire's blown the whistle and said too high. Free kick going the way of the Americans. And getting it is Sarah Maggie-On, being one of their better players today. Maggie on with the football. She's about 70 metres out from goal. Looking for a lead to present itself. Kicks it long, kicks it very, very wide. Bouncing football. Kelly going after it. Estrada got bumped off the football at the crucial moment. Rorty went in there as well. Trying to fight in hard for it is Colleen Quinn. Umpire calling play on. Kelly now with the football. Has to spin around. Gave the hand pass off using the agency of Hainsworth. Hainsworth went towards half back. Umpire's blown the whistle and says it's all wrapped up, and I'll call for a bounce in front of the old scoreboard here at Ransford Oval.
Both Kelly and Flannery have been excellent as well, along with Duray in that half back line there for the Irish. So in front of the Ransford scoreboard, the tap goes down and is pushed over the line again. So the boundary umpire will throw it in, this time just inside the forward 50 for the USA freedom. What can they make here? Can they get a late goal? So it's once again Fitzpatrick, Castanak in the ruck. Great duel. The Irish got the numbers there. Can they bust through? No, they can't. Good defence from the USA freedom. The ball is on the ground. Get a quick kick out there from the USA freedom. Umpire says play it on. The USA freedom get the ball. They kick it back towards the top of the square. Can they get a mark? Great one-on-one contest here. The Irish get numbers back. USA freedom, little toe poke. Doesn't go to anyone. In the pocket now. Can they get a kick? No. Oh, great pressure. Duray once again. Called her all day. She's there. She mops up. She kicks. The Irish clear it outside their defensive 50, but only to Casillas. The Irish again, they start to surge forward. They've got the numbers here. Sea of green jumpers once again in front of the commentary position. It's the Irish on the wing. Good handball. Inboard. Not enough time there. USA freedom still working hard here at the end of the game. This is great to see. The girls pick it up. Can't quite get a boot to it. The Irish maintain possession. Good handballs here from the Irish. They've still got possession of the ball. Well done. Once again, they start to surge it forward on the wing. Great work. Good, excellent play there.
And mark being taken by McGee. McGee with the football for the Irish. Goes for a kick straight up the line towards half forward. Ball brought to ground. Overrunning it there was Gillian Behan. Has to go back after the football. Now going in to try and pick it up there. Higgins. Umpire's blown the whistle and said that is holding the football. And a good tackle there laid on by Paige Kicker. Paige Kicker plays for the Minnesota Freeze. And they've got the little mascot, an abdominal snowman as well, that they carry around to every Nationals tournament. Their lucky charm. Kicks it towards the centre wing position. Bremner tried to move it forward. Wanted to get it in the path there of Clough. Back to Bremner. Got it to Smolak, who slammed it forward. Trying to fly through the air there, Danielson, but couldn't stop the player from Ireland taking the mark there. Fitzpatrick, who now decides to square it up. Oh, Armstrong was good there with a spoil. Got it across there to Clough. Clough put it in towards centre half forward. Foot race on here. Duray had to hold steady, did so. Kicked it, only to be intercepted by Smolak, who dropped what she really should have pulled in. Smolak on the bottom of the deck. No free kick, or will she get one? She will now. And she has it no, the other way around. I felt sorry for her. She was on the bottom of the deck, and they end up giving it in the end to the Irish woman there in Emma Traynor.
Duray has been brilliant in that back line, hasn't she? She's like a brick wall. Can't get anything past her.
So the Irish now across the half back line. Love the Gaelic kick back towards the wing. USA freedom look to have the numbers here. They pick it up. Can they get a clearing kick back? Yes. Oh, no, they can't. Great smother there from the Irish, from Moriarty it is. So Klatt now has the ball for the USA Freedom. She goes back inboard through the middle of the ground. Can't get a clean possession. So it's the USA Freedom, middle of the ground. They head back towards their forward 50. Great contest. Good, great defence. Great front and centre. Irish have the numbers here. There's green jumpers everywhere. They get a quick little kick out. Here they go. Can they get it through the middle of the ground? This is their go. Run and carry. Clearing kick from centre half back over to the wing. Great kick. Well done. Marked by McGee. McGee has it on the far wing, the Royal Parade wing. McGee kicks it to the half forward line. Connolly spoiled. Well done there from the USA Freedom. That was English, I think, there on the half back line. Terrific spoil and gather. But the kick, unfortunately, has gone out of bounds on the full, and the Irish have it.
One concerning thing for the Americans, and I think I just spotted it there with what Hemingway did, is no second effort. She's gone up in the contest, it's hit her hands, it's gone away from her maybe 10 metres, and then, okay, just stopped it, just tried to resettle herself. That's when she needs to run through. Even if she can't be involved in that contest, at least outside of the pack, at least be waiting if it pops out that you're a second go. By that stage, you may have shaken your defender and given yourself room. That's a little thing for the Americans, just not that second effort in the forward line. As it's the ball's on the outer side of the ground. Now kicks up the line. Was going to be intercepted, just sliding in there was Wolf. Wolf goes diving in for the football. Gillespie as well. Umpire crosses himself and calls for a ball up. Not too far away from the final siren. 7-4-46 Ireland, 1-2-8 the USA Freedom. So when it comes to scoring, they certainly have slowed down the Irish, only allowed them the one shot at goal. But unfortunately, they haven't added anything to the scoreboard themselves, the Americans, for the effort they've been putting in. On the outer side, we'll have a ball in. And, ball up rather. Danielson winning out versus Fitzpatrick. And there's the hooter. That is full time and the end of day one of the International Cup for 2017. And it's Ireland 7-4-46. Defeating the USA 1-2-8. It was close at half-time. It was just the 2 goals in it. And then, what can we say, a damaging third quarter set the game up for the Banshees.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they just took every opportunity, Ireland, that presented themselves. And they had Fitzpatrick in ruck was great. Juraya in the back line. No one could get past her. They were brilliant.
Yeah, and for me, I liked Flannery and Kelly. I thought they were good support for Jure in the back line, and Breen across the middle of the ground. I thought she's a very smart player. But, you know, the Freedom, they hung in there for the majority of the game, didn't they?
Oh,
right
absolutely. And the pressure didn't back off the whole game, even when they knew it was gone. They didn't stop, which was great. But the other thing about Ireland was they constantly had numbers around the ball. Whenever there was the ball, there was always far more Irish than the Americans. So, look, I'm sure the Americans will take some things out of this game, and this won't be the end of them.
And I might head out there as well and see if I can get the hip-hip arrays, see if I can get the Irish. They're doing a little song or a little jig afterwards. And I might even see if we have a quick little chat there with Linda Connolly, who, very good today, 3 goals for the Irish Banshees.
Yeah, she was brilliant.
Prominent forward was Linda, so that'll be a good interview. So the girls in the middle of the ground at the moment just shaking hands. Respectfully, the Irish coming away with a win. Round 1, all clear, so scores are correct.
We've been treated to some cracker games today.
We certainly have, and it makes for a pretty good round 2 as well, doesn't it, Beck?
Oh, absolutely, and I don't think there's any clear team that's dominating over the others at this stage. I think it's a pretty even competition.
And a lot of contrasting styles between the different teams, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Papua New Guinea with that speed, and then Fiji with that toughness and the tackling. It's really good to watch.
So just turning into the Irish here.
Listen, girls. Listen up. Really, really well done. Again, it was the little things. We did the little things better today, and that's what got us over the line. Back line was fantastic. Midfield, terrific. Clara's great in the ruck. Maeve, number 10, didn't get a kick after half-time. Fantastic. Really well done.
I'm the roughie.
Everyone, 100% fantastic, girls. But it's really important now. We move on to the next game, right? Recovery, look after yourselves, eat well. Any injuries, let us know. It's about moving forward. Look after yourselves.
Not the end.
No, at the end. We say at the end, and the end is bad cheese. But we're on the road.
Yeah.
And at the end, it's bad.
So a real feature there, the winning songs at the end of the game. Interesting to hear the coach say they had to shut out Klatt there in the second half.
Didn't get a kick, so that was great because she played really well. Klatt, she was really contesting a lot of ball, and was always there. So that was great. And the coach telling them really not to rest on their laurels.
And Fitzpatrick given